Do you support free or reduced college for illegal aliens?
Again, I support the investments of all residents of the people of Chicago.
Take that as a yes. Next question. Do you support allowing non-citizens to vote in local elections?
Again, I'm not over the jurisdiction of that type of law, but again, I'm committed to investing in all residents of the people
I'll
of Chicago.
take that as a yes. I've got an article from the Chicago Sun-Times, and I'll quote here briefly. Johnson proposed, among other things, that all residents, regardless of citizenship status, be able to vote for Chicago Board of Education members. Next question. Your website states, and this is your campaign website, quote, "I will not stop fighting until abortion access is completely secure for people all over the country," end quote. Yes or no, do you support taxpayer-funded abortions for illegal aliens?
I support the reproductive rights of all people, all women.
That is a yes as well. Your mayoral transition website mentioned support for creating a Chicago Board of Education non-citizen advisory board. Again, yes or no, do you support appointing non-citizens to government advisory boards?
I was invited here today to discuss welcoming cities.
Yes or no?
I was invited here to discuss welcoming cities.
This is a yes or no
If you're
question.
interested in asking me questions about the welcoming city, I'm happy to answer those questions.
No, we're going to move on.
I mean, wow, the silence was quite loud. I feel like the gentleman who's asking all the questions really did his research on Mayor Brandon Johnson, because he's asking some really vital and crucial questions, and he's doing that on the behalf of the Chicago residents, because everybody wants to know what's going on with this guy. Why is he acting and moving like that? Why is he constantly making irrational decisions? Why is he constantly jeopardizing other people's lives? Because it doesn't seem like he even have a drawing board where he strategizes about his next moves. So judging from the way he responds to those questions, I mean, like, it's pretty much clear that he is a crook, and he's also involved in some shady activities. So before we proceed with this video, if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and click the notification button so that you can be notified every single time I upload. So without wasting any time, let's get into it.
President Trump, unlike the previous administration, has taken serious action to bring foreign criminal gangs to justice, to take our border back and to restore public safety in our communities. He designated 8 transnational criminal organizations and cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. These are groups like Tren de Aragua, MS-13, Sinaloa, other of some of the most grotesque and ruthless and brutal organizations in the world. You, as mayor of a sanctuary city, have been virtually giving favors to illegal aliens. Apparently, you support an enormous amount of taxpayer resources going to them as well. But you yourself have also received a lot of gifts. And for those of you who don't know, Mayor Johnson has a secret gift room that is not given access to the public or for access to the Office of Inspector General. I'd like to ask you a couple questions about that. Do you know everyone who's given you a gift since you became mayor?
The city of Chicago has had a policy for 40 years
a yes or no question.
where there are individuals that would like to give gifts to
I'm
the
reclaiming
city
my
of Chicago,
time. I'm going to take that as
and
no.
we do not accept those
When
gifts.
did you become
we
mayor?
receive them on
No, I'm going to
behalf
reclaim my
of
time
the city
here.
of Chicago.
You're not going to filibuster here.
And he always finds a way to maneuver his way out of those questions that he has been asked. And he does this every single time. That's precisely why this gentleman on this video who's asking all the questions doesn't give him a chance, to respond with a long and useless explanation. He wants a yes or no answer. No explanation whatsoever. Yes or no. It's as simple as that. But just like a crook, he always dug and dive. Like he always tried to turn things to his favor. But what I like about this gentleman who's asking all the questions is that he really did his research on Mayor Brandon Johnson, because he knows all of his tactics. He knows how dodgy and manipulative he can become. So he's quite aware of all of those tricks. He's quite aware of all of those things, and that sort of gave him an advantage over him, because throughout this video, Brandon Johnson never answered any question. All he did was to try to explain himself. And here, they were not looking for any explanation. They were simply looking for a yes or no answer from him, but he failed to cooperate. Take a look at this other video.
The city
here.
of Chicago.
You're not going to filibuster here. When did you become mayor?
I was elected mayor of the city of Chicago in April of 2023, and I was sworn in May
That's good. On
15th
June
of
12th
2023.
On June 12th, 2023, you received Hugo Boss cufflinks and a personalized Mont Blanc pin. Do you know who gave you those?
So I did not receive those personally. The city of Chicago
You received those on behalf
and
of the
that's
city of
right, on behalf of the city of Chicago,
I
every
understand
mayor
the difference.
in the
Do you know
history of
who-
Chicago who has
Do you know who gave
provided
those
gifts
to the city of
Chicago.
Do you know who gave those to the city of Chicago?
So again, on behalf of the city of Chicago, there
It's
are
a yes
gifts
or no
that are
question.
received,
Do
but I
you?
do not
Do you-
accept. Those are not
So you
my
don't-
personal
so you
gifts.
don't know.
Those are the gifts of the city of
On March
Chicago,
18th,
and that's why you are aware
2024
that they exist because they are
reclaim
within the
my
law.
time here, sir. On March 18th, 2024, you received a Gucci tote bag. Do you know who gave you that? Gave the city of Chicago that?
Ken, I was here and I was invited.
I'll also
to
take that as
respond
a
to
no.
the
On March
questions
19th,
around
2024,
welcoming
the
city, and I'm
city of
happy to answer
Chicago
any of those
received
questions.
A Givenchy bag, a Kate Spade purse, and Carucci shoes. Do you know who gave the city of Chicago those?
Again, I was brought.
I'll
I
take
brought
that
my
as a no.
energy
I'm
here
reclaiming my
to
time
respond
here, sir. I am
on behalf of the
reclaiming
city
my
of Chicago of
This
what a welcoming
raises
city
serious
ordinance
ethical
is.
concerns. You're providing an enormous amount of aid to illegal aliens, aiding and abetting criminals who have come into our country illegally. And you yourself are receiving an enormous amount of gifts, and you won't even tell us who they're coming
Mr.
from. That
Chairman,
raises
time is up.
serious ethical
We have
concerns.
a 5-minute rule.
And what's infuriating the most about this whole absurdity and how he responds to the questions that he has been asked is that many people, particularly the residents of Chicago, like they were hoping to get all the answers they need from him. But him answering like that didn't give them any, like clarity regarding their concerns. And that's what's infuriating the most. Because what this man does is worsening the lives of the same people that he swore to serve and prioritize, which is the people of Chicago. Because not long ago, Chicago was fuming regarding that $1.1 billion deficit that he caused. Not long ago, he was spending over $600 million. That belongs to taxpayers. But he was spending it on building houses for immigrants. And now he has been accused of allowing foreign nationals to participate in voting as if they are Americans. But he didn't just end there. There are rumors that he has a secret room where he allows gifts from anonymous individuals. I mean, how is that even possible? The whole mayor of the city constantly receiving gifts from anonymous individuals without being concerned at all. Like, without any concern. I mean, this is ridiculous. What he's doing is that he's trying to turn us into fools. He's trying to convince us into believing in that absurdity. I mean, it's obvious, like, it's quite obvious. Of course, like, he knows where those gifts are coming from. He's definitely not stupid. It's just that he likes to act so that he can cover up his tracks. And I once said this, and I will say it again. Brandon Johnson is a crook, and he's also involved in some shady activities. And he's not alone. Millionaires are involved, billionaires are involved, drug cartels are involved, people in high positions in the constitutions are involved, the police force is involved, and also the governor is involved. It's a group, and all of these people share a common goal, which is turning the city of Chicago into a lucrative business that is constantly filling in their pockets, but at the same time compromising other people's lives. So guys, my name is Johannes. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Cheers.